To start the Italian cast on, we're going to need the larger size needle and a long tail, just like you do for a long tail cast on. We're casting on 13 stitches, that should be plenty. Begin by putting just a loop over your needle like that and holding on with your finger and tensioning the tail and the working yarn just like you do for the long tail cast on. And what we're going to be doing here is we're basically going to be casting on knit and purl stitches like this. This is a knit stitch. The needle comes forward under this loop on your thumb, the far loop there, over the back of the loop on your finger, and under them both, like that. And you can see that it actually looks like a knit stitch a little bit. Alright, then we're going to do a purl stitch. The needle comes back over the back underneath both yarns, and then up over this yarn and back through. And it looks like a purl stitch, just like that. Alright, then we're just going to repeat that. Comes forward like this, over the back, and under them both as a knit, then back under them both, and pushing a loop from the thumb under the one on the finger, just like that. Alright, so we've got knit, purl, knit, purl. We're going to cast on 13, so we're going to end with a knit, and it's going to look like this. Knit, purl, oops, knit, purl. Okay, you think this is tricky, try doing it through a viewfinder. I keep missing the strand of yarn. There we go. And a knit. Let's see how many we have. I'm just going to count this as one stitch right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do our purl stitch. Like that. And then I recommend that you end with just a half hitch for the last stitch so that it stays on there. When we do the next step, that's just a backwards loop there to finish that off. Okay. So for the next, we're going to work 2 rows of tubular knitting to get set up nicely for the brioche stitch. To finish this tubular cast on, we've started with the Italian cast on. I'm going to knit the very first stitch. Remember to use the bigger size needles because this can really draw in if it's too tight. Knit the first stitch. This is our selvage stitch. Then we're going to follow this pattern. Let's tug that tail there. We're going to knit one, then slip one with yarn in front. There's the yarn in front, and slip one. Now this is not any sort of brioche slipping, just regular, so put the yarn in the back right there without doing any sort of funny yarn overness. Okay, we're just going to knit one, and slip the next one with the yarn in front. And back to the back, like that, and I'll show you American style on the next row. Let's see. That looked like a knit one, and we're going to slip one. So this is going to make a really nice edge. You'll see how good it looks. Slip one, knit one, slip one, knit one, and I'm going to go ahead and purl the last stitch. This is one stitch right there, okay? Like that, together. We just have the 2 loops because we started with 1 loop on the needle. Alright, so we should have 13. We've got 5, 10, 13. So we still have our 13 stitches. We're going to do one more row of this. I'll show you American style what it looks like. And we're going to knit one, and slip one with the yarn in the front. Like that. And move it to the back. Knit one, move the yarn to the front, and slip the next stitch. Move the yarn to the back. Just like that. So it's almost like ribbing, only instead of purling, we're just slipping. Other than that, it's pretty much like knit one, purl one ribbing. Oh, not that much like knit one, purl one ribbing, Liat. Whoa! Alright, well I made that mistake for you. Good thing I caught it in time. But that is what you do not want to do. Alright, moving the yarn to the front. And just back to the back again. Let's see, did I purl any of those other ones? I don't think so. Okay. Well, it won't be the end of the world, but... So, you can see that we started with a knit stitch. We want to finish with a knit stitch because we do have an odd number of stitches here. We don't want any loose stitches on the end. So there you can see the beginning of this really nice tubular cast on. It just looks like 1x1 rib that comes out of nowhere, which is so cool. Alright, we're going to switch to the smaller needles, and I'm going to show you how to work brioche stitch in one color like this, flat back and forth, but we've got an odd number of stitches because we're going to work a selvage stitch on each side. That's going to make the sides look really nice.